Salut mes amis! In the previous lesson, we had learned le passé composé, that is the past tense in French. Now, in today's lesson, we will learn another past tense known as l'imparfait, which is the imperfect tense in English. Now, what is l'imparfait and how is it used? So, l'imparfait is the past tense which describes a continuous, repeated, or habitual action in the past. So, this means that the actions expressed through this tense do not have a clear beginning or end. They are continuous and ongoing actions in the past. In English, this can be translated as used to, would, or was or were with the verb in the ing ending. So, for example, I used to play cricket when I was young, or I was studying in the evening. So, these actions are habitual actions or repetitive actions in the past. Now, when to use the imperfect tense? So, the first case where this tense is used to give a description. So this can be used to describe a situation or a person in the past. Let's see the example. Marc était un enfant méchant means Mark was a naughty child. So here we are describing the person that as a child Mark was naughty. Then the second sentence, La ville était belle. The city was beautiful. So again, we are giving a description in the past. Then next is to talk about a repetitive action in the past. For example, tous les jours j'allais au parc means every day I used to go to the park. So through this sentence, we are describing an action which is repetitive, that every day the same action used to take place. And thirdly, to describe a habitual action in the past. Example, quand j'étais petit, je jouais au foot. Means when I was young, I used to play football. So it was a habit to play football when the person was young. Now next is the conjugation of the verbs in the imperfect. So this tense, the conjugation is formed by first removing ONS from the present tense conjugation of the verbs in the new form and then adding the endings. So let's see, for example, verb jouer. This is the infinitive form of the verb. Then we conjugate this in the present tense. It is nous jouons. And thirdly, we remove ONS from this form and add the endings according to the subject pronoun. So with je ending is AIS, tu AIS, then AIT, IONS, IEZ and AIENT. So let's see what will be the conjugation of the verb jouer in imparfait. When we conjugated the verb with nous, it becomes jouons, and after removing ONS, we get JOU. With this, we start adding the endings with the subject pronouns. So, je jouais, tu jouais, elle jouait, nous jouions, vous jouiez, et il jouait. So simply by removing ONS from the present tense new form of the verb, we just start adding the endings according to the subject pronouns. Now there are a few exceptions to the conjugations that we have just discussed. So the first one is verb être. This means that verb être does not follow the regular pattern of conjugation that we have discussed by taking the new form and adding endings. Over here, the conjugation of the verb in imparfait is j'étais, tu étais, elle était, nous étions, vous étiez, et ils étaient. So here et is the stem of the verb and after that we put the ending. Then is verb manger. So in verb manger, Only the nu and vu form is the exception. Rest of the conjugations follow the same pattern as done previously. So with nu, the spelling of the conjugation is mangions. That means we remove the e after g. And vous also the same thing. Vous mangiez. Then third verb is commencer. Here with all the subject pronouns when we add the endings, so we put C accent cédille. That means je commençais, tu commençais, il commençait, nous commencions, vous commenciez, il commençait. So except for the nous and vous form, with all the other subject pronouns when we are conjugating the verb, we put accent with C. This is done to give s sound to the alphabet C when it is followed by the vowel A. Now, the next question is le passé composé ou l'imparfait. So, how do we get to know that in a sentence while we are talking about the past, which tense will we use, passé composé ou l'imparfait? So, let's look at that. So here, let's look at le passé composé once again, what we had discussed. So the first use of passé composé is to express an action which has been completed in the past. For example, j'ai fini mes études en 2015 means I finished my studies in 2015. So here the action is complete in the past, that the studies were finished in the specific year. Then secondly, it describes an action at a specific point of time. Example, hier je suis allé au cinéma means yesterday I went to the cinema. So again, the action is happening at a particular point of time and it is a complete action. Then thirdly, used to express an action repeated a specific number of times or for a limited period. So, il a fait du jogging 2 fois means he went for jogging twice, 2 times. So again, we have specified the number of times the action has been done and it is a completed action in the past. Now, let's look at imparfait. So imparfait first of all describes an incomplete action in the past. Example, en 2015, il faisait ses études à Paris. Means in 2015, he was doing his studies in Paris. Means he was studying in Paris. So in this sentence, the action is ongoing. It is not yet complete. So that is why we have used the verb in the imparfait. Then secondly, it describes a continuous or ongoing action in the past. Example, dans sa jeunesse, il jouait au cricket. Means the action is continuous, that he was playing cricket. Then thirdly, used to describe habitual actions or repetitive actions in the past. Example, tous les soirs, je faisais des promenades. Means every evening I used to go for a walk. So it is a habit, it is an action which is repeating itself. It is a habitual action. So that is why we have conjugated the verb in imparfait. Now to remember the difference between passé composé or imparfait, here are a few keywords which will help you identify that in which sentence, if these words are given, which of the tense is to be used. So, passé composé, the keywords like hier, un jour, à cette heure, l'année dernière ou la semaine dernière, tout à coup, une fois, 2 fois, d'abord, puis, ensuite. So if these words are given, that means they are expressing a particular action at a particular point of time. So these are used with the passé composé. On the other hand, with imparfait, the keywords which are used are de temps en temps, toujours, souvent, quelquefois, parfois, fréquemment, d'habitude, tous les jours, tous les mois, chaque jour ou le soir. So this means that through these keywords we can identify whether the action has been done at a particular point of time, whether it is complete or whether it was an ongoing action, whether it was a repetitive action, and accordingly we can decide whether to use passé composé or to use imparfait. Now let's look at a few questions where we have to fill the verbs in passé composé or imparfait. So firstly, le dimanche, on allait au cinéma. Here we have conjugated the verb in the imparfait because the sentence means on Sunday we used to go to the cinema. So the action of going to the cinema is repetitive in nature. That means on every Sunday the same thing used to happen. So imparfait. Next, la semaine dernière, j'ai regardé un film. Means last week I watched a film. So here the action is complete in the past and it is not repeating. So passé composé. Thirdly, quand tu étais jeune, tu faisais du tennis. Means when you were young, you used to play tennis. So in the first part of the sentence, it is a description that when you were young. And in the second part of the sentence, it is a repetitive action, a habitual action that you used to play tennis. So both the verbs in imparfait. Next, il a acheté ses chaussures means he bought these shoes. So the action is complete in the past, passé composé. And lastly, je lisais tous les jours means I used to read every day. So again the action is repeating and is habitual. So imparfait. So I hope that you all have understood the concept of imparfait and the difference between passé composé and imparfait is clear. For any comments, feedback or questions, please feel free to write in the comment section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Merci beaucoup.